Good morning. We are back at the Eureka, Missouri Walmart. If you're not familiar with the area, this Walmart is about 30 minutes outside of St. Louis. Eureka is the home of Six Flags. This is recorded Monday, March 28th, 2022. We are picking up our weekly bunch of bananas, 50 cents a pound, which is a pretty good deal. I believe my local grocery store is way higher than this, so we just got into the habit of picking them up at Walmart. Now I'm going over here to the fruits and vegetables. There are a couple more empty spots than there were last week. A couple empty bins there. And if you look to the left, a lot of the bagged salads are empty. The pre-made salads have a bunch of empty spots. And right here is the organic section. That's looking pretty good. And then mushrooms looking okay. That's like garlic and stuff. And this is bagged veggies. That's a lot of empties. And this is the non-organic stuff. You can see there's only like a couple heads of cauliflower left. I did grab a couple bags of carrots. I got cauliflower today at a produce stand. Andy's Produce in House Springs. They had cauliflower for 98 cents a head, which is a really good deal. If you remember last week, I paid $2.98 for cauliflower at Walmart. So yes, 99 cents was better. I've got some more empty canning jars, so I'm going to pickle some more veggies. I was looking at garlic. I don't buy that garlic that much, so I wasn't for sure what was a good price. Walmart's not the best price. I actually should have bought it at Andy's Produce, but I ended up buying a bag for $4.67, which I guess is better than my local grocery store, because at my local grocery store, like 3 cloves of garlic is like $3.98. So, but this is really small garlic. I ended up grabbing one of those bags. I think it was, what I say, $4.67 for that bag. And then I got some more jalapenos. And now here we are at the meat section. Fish looks okay. That middle section is more fish that looked different. I think that's a new end cap or a new display. The beef was actually looking really good. Not that many empty spots whatsoever. This is the bratwurst section. Every week it's not looking good. And this is like the turkey section looking okay. Pork looking pretty good. Chicken, that's, I think, was that turkey too? And then this is the chicken. There's actually whole chickens this week. I don't think they had them last week. A couple empty spots, but overall the chicken is not bad as compared to past that I've seen. And this is bacon. I haven't bought bacon for a while, so I'm not for sure. I've heard meat prices have went up a lot, but since we, don't buy that meat that much, since we're pretty stocked up, I'm not for sure. I do feel like hot dogs have went up. And now we're back here at the corned beef. I remember I checked this last week. Not that much corned beef left, but the price, they only went down 93 cents a pound and that's not the best. Now this was $20 for the pack where you get corned beef and some carrots and potatoes and cabbage, like a complete meal set. And there's 3 left, and we go back and forth and we do the math, and it ends up being like $2.50 a pound. So we do end up buying all 3. And when I got home, we here's another corned beef. This one is only 50 cents less. So I'm just surprised that they really didn't clearance out. They cleared out the prepackaged kits with the vegetables, because those vegetables are going to go soft. They had the expiration date of tomorrow. And now you see all the ham for Easter, plenty of ham. So anyway, we got home. I froze the 3 things of corned beef because they were already individually prepackaged. And then I took the cabbage and made a quick thing of coleslaw for dinner. And tomorrow we'll eat the potatoes for dinner. And then we'll just snack on the carrots. So, it was an incredible deal. And I bought all 3. This is eggs. Last week, remember, the left side that's empty was full of like the big boxes of eggs, like I think 72 eggs. So that has not been replenished, but the eggs in the other section looked fine. Yogurt, always looking picked over, but I did grab some more yogurt. because the 8 pack I bought last month, I already ate all. I like yogurt, but I only eat like one or two a week. And pick that up. You see, there's the 3 trays of corned beef we got. And it did ring up right. I always check when there's a sell price to see if it rings up right, because Walmart is pretty bad about stuff not always ringing up correctly. Did not get any soda today, but the soda section did look good. I just was looking. So price of Oreos is $3.98. We did not buy any, but I just wanted to show you how there's price increases. Last October, Oreos was $3.67. So it did go up like a little over 20 cents. Bread has a couple empty spots, but pretty good. And I noticed I like that bread. What's that bread? That one right there. Nature's. Oh, that's the bread I like. So it's like, I can't read it, but I think it's like $3.48 at Walmart. My local grocery store is like $3.98. So I'm just telling Robert we need to remember to buy that here. And then peanut butter and jelly, couple empty spots, a lot of empty spots, but still plenty of peanut butter. And I didn't get any. I was just looking at the prices. And pudding cups, the fruit snacks is empty as usual. That's been pretty consistent. Pop-Tarts is looking okay. Cereal, again, I'm going down the aisle because someone mentioned it, but I don't know anything about cereal. So Lucky Charms looked a little empty, but overall, yeah, it looks a little picked over. But it is the end of the month, so I don't know if that means anything. I don't know their stocking schedule. Cheerios has its own section, and that was looking a little picked over. There, let's see what baking aisle. So I mentioned last week that I didn't know if the sugar had went up. I did look at receipts from last year, and the sugar did go up 20 cents from the last time we bought it. So yeah, there was a slight increase. Pretty much everything has a slight increase, some a little worse. And then I end up grabbing some Jello pudding, the instant kind. You got to make sure that you grab the instant, because cooking Jello is a pain in the butt. Because I always end up scorching the milk. So I'm just double checking that this is the instant. You mix it with 2 cups of cold water, easy peasy. I had a craving for Jello pudding, chocolate pudding. I don't eat it that much, but I had a craving. And I did pick up some more spices. I've been canning a lot of stuff lately, so I needed some more spices. And there's the Thanksgiving section that's been there like every week. It's like, the pumpkin pie stuff that no one makes pumpkin pie unless it's November. Looking at the vinegar, I need a red wine vinegar and apple vinegar for some recipes I'm doing. So I think the prices are pretty comparable to what they were last year. I don't have my notes, but I think that's the pretty standard price. You definitely want to pick the great value with this because it's way cheaper than any name brand. So yeah, like the apple cider great value was like $2.32, and then the name brand was like $4.82. So yeah, I'll pick great value and save $2. My husband's looking at the Mexican stuff. He's thinking about making tortillas. You see, we have a bunch of peppers to the left. He did end up buying all kinds of peppers because he's going to make green chili one night this week. I guess me doing all these canning is making Robert want to cook too, which I ain't going to complain. I love when he cooks. And I'm not for sure what I'm looking for. So the Mexican aisle is looking okay. And this is the salsa. There's a whole empty row. Just a brand of salsa that they don't have. So as you can, back to the rice. Just showing rice is, I guess that would be considered picked over. Some empty spots. And then I was pointing out, my husband loves to make split pea soup, and they did have some split peas. I did not buy any. I think we already have a couple bags at home. So all kinds of beans right there. And I don't know. Yeah, to the left, this is the canned corn and canned green beans. It's The Great Value is stocked. The name brand Libby's of green beans is not. So it just depends like what brand you like. Your favorite brand is probably gonna be gone. You have to make do with Great Value. And let's see, candy. I'm not looking to the right. I always look to the left. So that's the little take home soups. This is the chicken broth, completely gone. There's still chicken broth underneath it, but like the whole section. The broth is always looking picked over, but this is definitely the worst I've seen it. Campbell's soup. This is one thing where the price has went up crazy. So that was $4.48 for for 4 cans. Last October, I paid $3.48 for 4 cans. So $1 increase. And I'm assuming all the other Campbell's soup is similar. So that's Campbell's. That's a pretty big increase. So $1 more, like I should be getting another can of soup for that. And now we're going, what's this aisle? Oh, canned tomatoes. My husband likes San Marzano. But those cans were so dented up. And I realized a dent doesn't mean that it's like bad, but I don't know. I'm just old school. As a kid, don't eat dented cans. And I did a bunch of research, and that's pretty much an old wives' tale. So dented cans is not the end of the world, but that's my tomato soup. I don't need any San Marzano, so we still have some in the cupboard. Looking pretty picked over. Parmesan, again, it's still empty from last week and random crap thrown up there. Pasta sauce is looking pretty picked over. This is like the boxed pastas, kind of picked over. Macaroni and cheese, as usual, way picked over. Lots of empty spots. And then, oh my goodness, that pasta section is the worst I have ever seen it. There is like not much pasta to choose from at all. And then my husband notices they have more of my favorite pizza kits. Remember, it's been a year. Last week was the first time we saw it for a while. So I ended up getting 3. I think there was 12 up there. I really had to resist the urge to buy all 12, but I don't want to be like a hoarder. 3 is plenty since I bought 3 last week. And as I'm pulling them, there's a woman who comes up and she's just like, oh, can I get one of those too? And I'm like, sure. And I passed her too because she was pretty short and I was pretty tall. And she's like, yeah, I haven't seen these forever either. I said, I know, it's been like a year. So that was cool talking to her. We both love our Chef Boyardee pizza kits. And so I left 8 behind. See, I'm not a greedy girl. I can share. And canned fruits, looking extremely picked over. I am looking at the canned meats just to look at the prices. I didn't buy anything, so I can't really do a price comparison. I was going to compare salmon, but I couldn't remember what brand, so I had to, well, I'll wait till next week. And then the canned chicken, I did buy a bunch last year of just the individual cans. And I zoom in, it looks like it's $1.12. So last October it was 98 cents. So yes, they did raise the price of the canned chicken. Still a good deal, but still it is a price increase. And all these little price increases add up. So, a lot of people think it's no big deal, but I'm sorry, it is. It adds up very quickly. And pickles was looking good. And now I go down to the frozen, frozen's been looking pretty good. I've seen other people's videos where their frozen section is like decimated, but I don't know, maybe it's just this area. No one really cares about frozen that much. Pizza was looking fine. I did look at the DiGiorno. I like a stuffed DiGiorno every once in a while. $8.48 at my local grocery store. It's $10.48. When I bought them during the pandemic, I swear they were only $8. So we don't buy them anymore. We stick with our homemade pizzas because. And now I walked over to the canning section. If you watched my video last week, this section was completely stocked fully stocked. It had even 2 pots. It was completely stocked. So in one week, it's pretty decimated. And then I mean, they do have cans up front that they need to bring down or up top. But did you notice like these boxes down below that are sitting there, but they have no plastic wrap wrapped around them? So the boxes, the canned jars come in 12 and a flat. See, there's no plastic wrap on any of those. It was so weird. Like I don't know why anyone would take the plastic wrap off, and it's not laying around anywhere. So I feel like maybe an employee's stocking like didn't realize you shouldn't take the plastic off. No one's gonna buy it like, well, I wouldn't buy it like that. Like there, it should be shrink wrapped. So I just found I've never seen it like that before. It was weird. Like why? I thought about it, and I really assume it's just employees who didn't know what they were doing. Oh, and then I had to stop because this lady stopped and was talking to me about my hair. I braid my hair a lot, and I tend to get a lot of compliments when I have my hair braided. Just like one long braid, like, Elsa. I did it before her. She totally copied after me. Um, just joking. And yeah, I don't know why I'm still here. I'm stuck with, why is there no plastic wrap? Anyway, so then my husband is in the fishing section, excuse me. Last year during the pandemic, the fishing section where there's hooks and stuff was just completely empty. Like there's just never any stock. So this year it's looking wonderful. And so I'm looking for my husband, and he's just looking for some trout hooks. And he was extremely happy. It's looking extremely well stocked. My husband's not much of a hunter at all, but he does love to fish. We tend to do more catch and release than actually keep. But, if we get any good sizes this year, we might keep them, but we tend to just do catch and release. I like fish. I eat fish. I don't like cleaning fish. So sometimes it's a little easier just to buy it at the store. And I'm just looking, and my husband ends up buying me a fishing rod, just like a cheap $22 fishing rod, because I don't know what's going on, but I have been breaking things like crazy around the house. I broke a cabinet in the refrigerator. I can't think of any other examples, but there's at least 5 things around the house that I've broke accidentally, and my husband is like, what is going on? So he had to buy me my own fishing pole. All right, I'm just showing this club soda real quick. My husband, I drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. He drinks a lot of RC Cola, and he found that he loves this club soda just plain. He likes the fizziness. I think there's like no calories in it, whatever, and it's only like 77 cents for that bottle. And so he's been drinking that. He's like try to like weaning himself. That sounds weird. Drinking less RC Cola by substituting club soda, and it's working for him. I'm gonna try it. Keep in mind, club soda has like no flavor. You just basically get that fizz, and that's what he likes about soda. So I'm gonna try to do club soda drinks and see if I can cut back on Dr. Pepper. I would never give it up completely, but probably shouldn't be drinking 3 cans a day. So anyway, that's enough for now. I'll see you next week.